Hey everybody, as you can see we are live once again, and honestly the weather's quite nice today. So, perfect weather for hanging out, washing and all that. There hasn't been a lot of gaming news or games coming out of interest. I mean, one possibly of interest, but I just don't know if it's something I'd enjoy enough to bother getting or not. I don't know, the dots on my face, don't I? Weird. Oh well. Just been sneezing, so I don't know if I got cold or something coming on or what, but oh well. So pretty much straight after recording last week's one, I finished Arkham Asylum, but final boss fight. The Ivy one was alright, but as a lot of people already know, the final boss fight for Arkham Asylum against Joker is kind of lackluster and just kind of stupid. The game itself, I guess a 6. It's alright. I guess I did get into it a bit, but can I just give it a 6 and call it okay? 5's average for me anyway. Not like what game reviewers do, because I'm not paid for this crap. 5 is average, 6 is better, 7 is good, 8, 9 awesome to amazing, and 10 is perfect. I guess something like that. And so I finished Arkham Asylum. Tried to it was fine earlier. Yeah. Tried Arkham City, but about 40 minutes in or so, I just couldn't bring myself to play anymore. I was just bored. I was bored enough to play Arkham Asylum, and it got me and kept me playing, I guess. But Arkham City, well, I just couldn't keep myself playing. Bored and stuff. It just couldn't keep me. Maybe at a later date it might. So, it's still installed, it's just not currently being played. I tried Evil Within as well, since I hadn't really touched that since it came out, and, well, I wasn't a fan of it then. 40 minutes in, again, similar amount of time, still can't say I'm a fan of it. It's just boring, and I don't know why I should care about the characters I've been given. It feels like I've been given no reason to care. Maybe the Evil Within 2 will do a lot better, but I won't hold my breath. Sorry. The game I'm currently waiting for, which for me comes out on the 18th in the UK, is Agents of Mayhem, which the Americans get on the 15th, lucky. So they don't have to wait quite as long. But till then, I don't know if I can keep trying to find stuff to play, and it's hard. So I've mostly just been giving up playing wrestling, maybe a bit of Pokemon on the 3DS, because you can Wonder Trade and stuff, and get parties of Pokemon and stuff you shouldn't really have on that particular game, and it can make stuff quite fun. I mean, I have a Diamond and Pearl starter, and I'm playing the remakes of Gen 3, so Alpha Sapphire or whatever it's called. It doesn't matter, but it can make it more interesting that way. A bit like wrestling games. The combinations. What make it more fun. So, yeah. My main gripe currently, at least with the 2017 wrestling game, is just that, well, you can't make triple threats and fatal 4-ways elimination style, and you can't edit match rules, which you have been able to do since last gen. In fact, I think you still can do it on the last gen versions, but I play on the current gen versions, so I haven't been able to properly do it since 13, 14. I think they brought it in like 13, but it would cause the game to crash a lot when you tried to add elimination stipulations. Sometimes one person would get eliminated and then the game would crash. And in 14 they'd made that like not crash the game anywhere near as much, so that was a lot more fun. But then 15, when they brought it forward in a new engine and new consoles, what hasn't made it back here though. There's been talk about it being in 18, and so I'm hoping it's in the way I want it to be, and I can make triple threats and fatal 4-ways eliminations and stuff, and one pin not be the end of the triple threat match, so you gotta beat everybody. I mean, the announcing on 17 isn't great, and sometimes the match ends and it goes, "That's the final elimination," and I'm like, first of all, no. Second of all, I wish it was elimination. Aye. So that can be a bit annoying. But beyond that, I don't think there's really much of any gripes in the game. I wish they hadn't edited it from 16 so that you have to play the matches in order, or skip them, so that, you know, you can sort of, you know, simulate all the matches you don't want and just leave the one or two that you do want, like I used to do on 16. These days you have to go, if the match you want is the third match, you have to go like square for simulate, then you get to press X to play. You can't just ignore the ones you don't care about and leave them till the end, or simulate them all at the beginning if you're going to come off, and just leave that one ready for when you come back on. You don't get to do it the way you want. Well, it's maybe a nitpick, but I'd have to give it, the game, sort of an 8.5 maybe. I wanted to give it a 9 originally, but I mean, maybe I've got a few gripes, but those are the main ones. Just, yeah, I can't do the matches I want, but I haven't been able to do them since, as I say, since sort of 2014's game. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope 18 is what I've been hearing it's going to be. Because if I can do the triple threat fatal 4 eliminations, then, well, it'll probably be higher than 8.5. Unless they really fudge up some other bits that I enjoy. But I'll admit, I mostly just play universe mode and just do that stuff, because that's what I have fun with. It makes every match have a purpose, be leading to something. Leading to the pay-per-views for the title matches. Or the special matches like Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble and Hell in a Cell and Survivor Series. So, the two big deals I've heard about the 2018 game, which comes out in October, is that the match rules will be, editing stuff will be coming back, so you should be able to, I haven't heard anyone say that you'll definitely be able to make triple threats and fatal 4-way eliminations, but that's what I'm hoping for. And there'll be 8 people in the ring, so, you know, 8 people elimination tag matches, 8 people Royal Rumbles, in the ring at once, and maybe 8 people Money in the Banks. Although, to be honest, 6 people Money in the Banks are chaotic enough, so have to see how some of that goes. But the tag team match stuff should be, I would have thought, should be interesting. And in non-gaming news, the reason this video is coming up so late is I was in the hospital on Monday having a CT scan. The experience was quite, well, I guess, nerve-wracking and stuff. I was a bit shaken after it all, so I'm not feeling well. So that's why I didn't do this video on Monday. On Tuesday I had the dentist, and well, that didn't go fun. And then, well, I might have still been a bit shaken from Monday. Yesterday I went into town to see if there was any games of interest going cheap anywhere. There was some expensive at the game shop, and there was none of the interesting ones at CEX, so those are the 2 main game shops, and there was no interesting books at the Waterstones bookshop. So, I mean, I got something, but it's nothing really to talk about, I think. But, yeah, you know, a couple days of not being at my best, and then one day of wanting to go out, and I've still got, as you can see, a nice, lovely bruise from the CT scan when they put the injection stuff, and that was done on Monday, and this is Thursday now. The dye or whatever to help with the CT, it's like a giant hula hoop x-ray thingy. But they also make you have a drink for an hour and a half before you go in. You got to like try and drink as much as you can, but that really didn't agree with me. So it was making me feel quite ill as well, so that wasn't good. More or less over it now, but there's still not that much gaming news as I've already realised to talk about. I just finished Arkham Asylum, and I've been playing wrestling, and beyond that, a bit of Pokemon on the 3DS, because Wonder Trading can make stuff a bit more interesting. That, and I started really playing it because, of course, being stuck at the hospital for a couple hours is quite boring otherwise. So, yeah. Glad I have a 3DS, and glad I have Pokemon games. The only other games I got on my 3DS are the, some of the, not the most recent ones, but, Fire Emblem, like, Conquest, and whatever the hell the other one's called. Not the Third Path, which is, like, downloadable. I haven't got that, but I've got Birthright and Conquest, Fire Emblems. I've been thinking about getting the one that came out this year, but I haven't got round to getting it yet, because I just don't know if I want it for the price it still is, because it hasn't gone cheap. Oh well. So, I like Fire Emblems. I like waifu mini games. Even though they took them out, you still get to sort of get to hear the characters say some interesting things, which stories and characters are a lot of what I like gaming for. Beyond Dynasty Warriors and wrestling, I don't know if that's all the same, but oh well. I don't think there's much else to say, so I don't think I've forgotten to say anything, so I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!